Hey, Mama, real quick before we dive in. If you're tired of starting over, tired of knowing what you want but not fully following through, tired of feeling like there's more for you but not quite living it yet, I need you to hear this. Your life is not going to change from more information. It changes when you become the woman who actually follows through. And that's the work I do. I help moms reconnect with themselves, get clear on what they truly want, and actually take the kind of action that creates real results in their life, their business, and how they show up every single day. Not surface level change, not temporary motivation, real transformation. So if you're at the point where you're done waiting, done overthinking, and ready to take your power back and do this differently, let's talk. I offer a free Limitless Mom strategy call where we get clear on exactly where you are, what's been keeping you stuck, and what it's going to take to move you forward. And listen, this is for the mom who's ready to take action, not someday, now. If that's you, the link is in the show notes. Let's get you where you know you're meant to be. Hey, Radiant Mamas. Welcome to something new here on Radiant Mom Rising. Mini episodes every other week that give you a quick inspiration, mindset shifts, and practical tips to help you thrive in both motherhood and business. These are designed to be short, powerful, and something you can fit into your busy day. Let's dive in. Hey, mamas, welcome back. Okay, real life moment for you. Our dishwasher decided it was done with us, just completely tapped out. So lately we've been back to washing dishes by hand. And I'm not going to lie, I got spoiled having that thing. Between that and my teenager helping out sometimes, I had gotten used to it. So now I'm standing at the sink again, helping out, washing dishes, and thinking, holy moly, this never ends. Like, seriously, every time I finally clear the sink, it's like someone else is putting in more dishes, whether it's lunch dishes, dinner dishes, snack dishes. And I remember catching myself standing there like, wow, this is such a loop. And then I was having this thought that, wow, so many moms, we're living our lives in loops like this, taking care of everything and everyone. And somewhere along the way, we're quietly putting parts of ourselves on hold, not intentionally, not dramatically, just slowly. And I think that's actually why I wanted to start this series. Because I've been sitting with this for a while now, not just in my own life, but in conversations with so many women. Coaching conversations, podcast interviews, messages I've received, like real honest moments where moms open up and say things like, I don't even know what I want anymore. I feel stuck, but I don't know why. I know I'm capable of more, but I don't know how to get there. And what I've realized is that this isn't just about time management or productivity or discipline. This goes deeper. This is identity. So, over the next few episodes, I'm going to be sharing more of what I've learned, not just as a coach, but as a mom living this in real time. What I've seen, what I've experienced, what I've had to work through myself, and what I know actually creates change because I'm building something right now behind the scenes that I'm really excited about. And it's rooted in this exact work, helping moms to reconnect with themselves, shift what's been holding them back, and actually create lives they feel good living, not just manage, live. And I want to bring you into that journey with me in a real, honest, let's figure this out together kind of way. Because here's what I keep seeing. And maybe you'll recognize yourself in this too. Life starts to feel like a series of responsibilities. You wake up already thinking about what needs to be done. You move through the day, checking boxes, taking care of things, keeping everything moving. And on paper, you're doing a lot. But internally, something feels off. Not broken, but just off. You know what motherhood can feel like sometimes? Like you walk into a room for one thing, forget why you came, trip over a toy, answer a child asking for a snack, remember a bill you forgot to pay, start cleaning a counter, and somehow end up standing there thinking, what was I doing? And if we're being honest, that's not just what our days look like. That's what our minds can feel like too. Pulled, fragmented, always switching, always responding. And when you live like that long enough, you can start thinking, this is just who I am. I'm just scattered. I'm just bad at following through. I'm just not consistent. But what if that's not actually true? What if what you're experiencing isn't a personality flaw, but a result of being stretched in too many directions for too long? What if it's not that you're unmotivated? It's that you've just gotten disconnected. That's a different conversation because I don't think most women lose themselves. I think that we adapt. We adapt to being needed, to being the one who keeps everything going, to thinking ahead for everyone else, to carrying the mental load. And over time, you start relating to yourself mostly through those roles. I'm a mom, partner, helper, the one who handles it. And those roles get so loud, you forget there's a whole woman underneath them. And that's what I call identity drift. And what makes it tricky is that it can look like you're doing everything right. You're showing up, you're caring, you're managing all the stuff in the household and whatever needs to be done. But underneath that, there's less and less connection to you, what you want, what you need, what actually lights you up. And I think this is where self-abandonment sneaks in. Not in obvious ways, in ways that look responsible, where you're reliable, you're strong, you're over functioning, people pleasing, feeling guilty when you rest, telling yourself, oh, you'll get to yourself later. And sometimes even being praised for it, which makes it harder to question. And maybe this shows up for you like you know exactly what your kids need, but you hesitate when someone asks what you need. Or you can fully show up for other people, but not always for yourself. Maybe you've gotten really good at holding everything together, but not when it comes to checking in with yourself. And I want to say this in a grounded, real way. Maybe you don't need more discipline right now. Maybe what you need is more permission. Permission to take up space in your own life too. Because when women say, I just needed to get it together, what I often hear underneath that is, I don't feel connected to myself anymore. And that's not something you fix with a planner. That's something you rebuild through awareness. And I love this reframe. Reclaiming yourself isn't about becoming someone new. It's about coming back to someone you already are. Someone who's been buried under everything you've been carrying. And don't get me wrong, I know that through identity work, we're stepping into a newer version of ourselves, but it really starts with us reconnecting back to that versions of ourselves that we have buried and that we have forgotten about. Because it's through that part of us that our vision, our passions, and things can be relit and teach us more and more about ourselves and where we're going. And this is also where I always think about a junk drawer, like the one with the random batteries, the old receipts, a charger you don't recognize, one random birthday candles, like screws and nails everywhere. It's just a mess. But there's a lot of important things in there. They're just kind of thrown around. And that's sometimes what happens to our dreams because they don't just disappear, they get buried. And maybe part of this work is opening that drawer again, looking at what's still there and deciding what still matters and getting rid of the junk that no longer serves you and making space for the things that will serve you. So here's something simple I want you to try this week. I want you to make a list, just 10 things that make you feel more like yourself. Not what you should do, what actually brings you back to you. And then choose one, just one, and give it space. Because most of the time, we don't reconnect through big dramatic changes. We reconnect through small intentional moments. And if you want to go a little deeper, journal this. Where have I been over functioning instead of fully living? And just notice what comes up. No pressure to fix anything, just notice. And I'll leave you with this. Instead of asking, how do I become a different woman? Try asking, where am I being invited back to myself? Start there because that question can shift a lot. And if this resonated with you, stay with me in this series because we're going to keep unpacking this, what's really going on underneath the surface and how to actually shift it. I'm really excited about what's coming. And I want to thank you all for being here with me, for walking this journey with me, and for doing the work for yourselves, Mama. Because at the end of the day, my passion, my reason for being here and doing this is to help you, to give you the permission to do this for yourself in your own way. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you for being here, truly. Whether you've been listening since the beginning or you just found this podcast, I never take your time or your presence lightly. It means so much that you choose to spend these moments with me, to grow with me, and for so many of you, to let me be part of your journey. And if today's episode spoke to you, encouraged you, challenged you, or gave you even one shift to take with you, would you please do me a favor? Make sure you're subscribed to the show so you don't miss what's coming next because we have some powerful conversations ahead. And if this podcast has supported you in any way, leaving a quick review is one of the most meaningful ways you can help me reach more moms who need these messages too. It may seem small, but it makes a huge difference. And of course, if someone came to mind while listening today, share this episode with her because sometimes one conversation can change everything. Thank you for following this journey, for growing alongside me, and for believing with me in what's possible. Until next time, Mama, keep rising into the woman you were always meant to be, keep trusting what's unfolding, and keep taking brave little steps towards the life calling you forward. I'm cheering you on always. Much love.